Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one. Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley. And he's out of bounds, gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a third down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Third down, 3 to go. We'll try and run here with Benson.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the Chargers. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Gun. On 1st and 10, Burrow. Open man, that's Luther Burden. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Luther Burden, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down. Here we go. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Bears in possession here to start the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Here we go. They will run it over center with Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage That's it.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. 11 MT, 11 MT. Cut.
He'll go again with Hall. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Let's get set. Cut.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this complete to Burden. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one's good for 12 and a 1st down.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Cut.
Now a toss to the left. Here comes Hall. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Donovan Izaraku there to make the play. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Cut.
Now, Burrow. Open, left side is Schoonmaker. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest and catch.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
15 yards on the play.
That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
They give to Hall. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chargers 5-yard line.
Here we go. Cut.
Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. It is brought in the end zone. Luther Burden. Touchdown Bears. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Kittle is the man in motion. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
The advantage of running toss plays to the perimeter, Mike, as opposed to handing it off, is it just allows you to have to block a fewer amount of the defenders. You really can cut the defense in half and say, okay, I just need to block the perimeter defenders because none of the interior guys have a chance to catch my back.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. That'll be intercepted. It's the safety, Darnell Savage. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a Quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Stop.
To throw is Burrow. He'll look underneath for Hall. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. Middle of the field, he's got Evans. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Stop. Can. Stop.
Back to throw, Burrow. Right back to Evans, he's got it again. And he will get into the end zone. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Chicago. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start to this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have it for this guy.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Look, Mike, I've realized most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
To throw is Mahomes. A minute 57 to go in this 1st half. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. Here's the punter now as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. Will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field.
Here we go. That.
On 1st down, Burrow. Over the middle for Schoonmaker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Bears 1st down.
1st and 10.
Here we go.
32-yard line.
Throwing is Burrow. This is caught at 2. To the goal line and in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown Bears. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his 1st half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet, He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
31. Chargers nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down throw, Mahomes. And it's that rookie third-round pick. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Hey, 57, 57. 43.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. To the outside, catch made by Worthy. And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. When they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Yo, hey, 43, 43, 15.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. This one intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Here we go.
They'll run, it's Hall. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on second and goal.
Stop!
One more time, they give it to Hall. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. They're going to lose yardage, but not gaining any either. It's third down.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first two runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
They'll try to run with Ball. He's going to get this down to the 8, but that is it. Defense holds him there, and they force fourth down.
It's now fourth and goal.
Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This about as short as you can get. We have hit halftime. We're going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Let's get set. Hey, can. Stop.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Right 80. Right side. Stop.
Burrow here on second down. He'll swing this one out to Hall.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
On one, right?
It is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Right 80.
Handoff. Here comes Hall. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, to punt. Nicole Hardman deep to return. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
Their own 28-yard line.
Fall down these two.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. The linebacker, Matt Milano, getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They go play action with Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Stop.
On the toss play, it's Hall. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
He'll run. This is Hall. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 1, ready?
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Gun. Dot. 180. Dot.
Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Hall. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So these are always the most disappointing drives, right? So you get the ball, you're on your opponent's side of the field, and then you go 3 and out. So you take the field, you say, this is a prime opportunity. Come away at least with points, and now they find themselves in a tricky, delicate situation. I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th down.
The Bears send out their punt team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. That is caught down the field. It's worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That is a big play for L.A. 32 yards.
At the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. 15 yards through the air. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
Kittle is the man in motion. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. It's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. All right.
Straight ahead, they go offensive. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. You good? Go.
Here's Fields, choosing to keep this one.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going short game.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. Now Mahomes. Now he'll work his way out right. That is hauled in at the 5. And he is out of bounds. Give them 19 yards as they get the fourth down conversion.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
After allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. A short one there. Caught by Kittle. And he's in! George Kittle! Touchdown Chargers. It's his third touchdown catch this year. On now, Cade York for the point after. He's got it. The Chargers will get just a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow now to throw on first down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On the give, it's home. Up the sideline to the 40. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That's back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Makes the score Bears 42, Chargers 7. Mitch Wishnowsky set to
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it. And he's going to be taken down there as we come to the end of the third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes on first down. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second and 5. That's Harrison in motion. Mahomes now to throw on second down. Going for it all. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
And really, it's the interceptions that continue to be a problem, and he's lucky he didn't add to that total. I mean, defender had an opportunity to add another one to the mix, and he just has to do a better job making decisions, finding the open target, and stop forcing bad throws.
On third down, they go with Benson. This will not do the trick. They've stuffed it behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Offense staying out there for this fourth down. Here's Mahomes. That's taken in, and he's going to have the Chargers first down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
35-yard line.
Let's get set. Right 80. Got.
It's first down, and it's Paul. Whoa! 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Here we go, here we go. Behind.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
gun, ready?
From the 44-yard line, here's second down.
Gun, gun. Gun. Gun.
Another run here with Hall. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They get 21 on that one. First down, Chicago.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big hit.
And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Here's a run. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Gonna lose a yard.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
Push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes third and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now third and goal.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this.
Here we go.
Big play coming up.
Big
Third
13.
and goal.
Big 13. Dot.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Fourth and goal, decision time, and they will go for it. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Yellow.
First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. And it comes with a minute 15 left to go in the second half.
At the 20-yard line.
To the ground, a first down run.
The ball carried by number 26. Cowboys at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Here's second and 2. They'll stick with him again. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Charger first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He'll get this out wide. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Yellow. Keep firing.
One last shot now for Mahomes. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Bears. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.